Hey you guys, today I want to talk about the guard failings seen during the Marluxia fight. So with the new update for Kingdom Hearts 3, there were quote-unquote various bug fixes, and people rushed to see what this meant. We learned that changing targets was much more responsive now, and many wondered if an issue concerning guarding was fixed. One of the biggest instances of this was against the Marluxia fight. Many people reported that during this fight, their guard would randomly fail, resulting in them losing the fight and having to restart. As soon as the new patch dropped, people began experimenting here and discovered that the guard was still failing. I decided I wanted to look into this myself so I can know for myself what was going on here. There were two kinds of attacks that this seemed to happen on. This was Marluxia's multiple hitting scythe attack on the ground, where he spins his scythe creating a tornado-like effect that draws Sora in before he unleashes a flurry of attacks. The other attack where Sora's guard failed was during his desperation move, where he teleports around to throw his scythe at Sora. For his flurry attack, I assumed that Marluxia's scythe was going around your guarding hitbox, since you only guarded in front of you. First off, I have seen the barrier command also fail, though I haven't been able to recreate it. Secondly, during my testing, the hitbox seemed to register a hit in front of Sora. This only happened twice in a row during an hour of testing. When it did fail, I noticed two things. I was at the edge of this pool of darkness, and Mickey was being damaged before I was hit. I don't know if this is coincidental, or if the distance you are away from the attack and Mickey already being damaged have something to do with your guard failing. What I can say for certain though is that it is indeed a fail. The scythe was not going around Sora's guard. For the desperation move, it was much easier for me to replicate the guard fail. This made me wonder if this was actually supposed to be a failure or part of the attack. I noticed these two red rays shooting out of the ground around the scythe during this attack. My thought was that this was supposed to indicate this was an unblockable attack. But even when I was above the reach of those rays, my guard was still sometimes not registering. Added to the fact that even when I wasn't facing the direction of this attack, I would pull off successful guards, makes me think that the hitbox on this attack is just bugged out. Hopefully this settles the debate on whether or not Sora's guard is failing. I would assume, since it only happens with certain bosses or enemies, that it is the attack hitboxes that you are guarding against that are bugging out, rather than Sora's guard actually failing. Though I guess it is technically still like a fail if it's not actually guarding an attack. Either way, it is not very fun to randomly be killed when you pull off a successful guard. Hopefully they can fix this with the coming Remind DLC or a subsequent patch. I think the desperation move is pretty broken, but the flurry attack literally took me like an hour just to have it fail. I think that one really blew up and was made to appear like it was a bigger problem than it actually was. Don't get me wrong, even if it is a small chance, it still shouldn't be happening. I just think it was made to appear like it was happening more often than it actually was. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. I am pretty active on Twitch, YouTube, Discord, and Twitter, so be sure to follow the links in the description below to stay connected. If you enjoyed this, click the cards on screen to watch some of my other breakdowns on Kingdom Hearts 3. Subscribe or share this, and I will see you in the next video.